That's where I'm back to Gatwick. On the world's most reliable monorail. Doesn't call it very well. So this is the pedestrian entrance of the hotel. It's nice and understated and modest. That's a nice subtle entranceway. Very understated again. It's good for horse and carriage. Not so much suitcases. Back inside the walls. Now somewhere here, might be the next square down, there's a very... I think that used to be it. There used to be a restaurant here. I had to come here once to buy some wine because it's the only place they could get it is from this restaurant. I get a good view from over there. If you want to have a nose at it, to Tuscany. It is Camolia, from the northern end of Siena. This is a very, very familiar walk. There's no anti-shake on this, so I apologise in advance for how wobbly cam it is. We have just been to a restaurant, Due Porte, and eaten a lot. I certainly feel like I've eaten a lot. My belt feels tighter than when I arrived. We're just heading back. This is our little room. We have a very nice view out the window. And you can see the pool. And if you look that way, you can see the tower and the cathedral in the city centre. We also have a little balcony here. To get to this way. There's a better view of the pool and the Tuscan countryside. And there's the city centre. Good morning. We're just going to have some breakfast. There's no window there. So that's where we are. We're in Dependence Poggiarello, which is this new building. It's very bright. I should have brought sunglasses. This is a new building to the side of the main hotel. It's very green up here. Oh, there's lots of roses. So the garden down that way. We walked through yesterday on the way in. So this is out the front of the hotel. The swimming pool is down that way. Tennis court is down here. Down through the olives. And these are all olive trees. Although I don't see any olives yet. Might be a bit early. bit of a rally going on in Banca di Sopra. Entrance to the Torre. We're allowed to go in because it says Avanti. Yeah, this bit's really narrow and then it opens, so fear not. This is the bit that puts everyone off. It's not like most of it isn't like this. So this is the Torre del Mangia. That's where we're going. That's where we've been. It's been a while since I've been up here. I've forgotten it requires exercise. So we're on the first level. Cathedral. There's the camper. And that is, I can't remember the name of that church. There's the escalators just over there. One of them. It's the Tuscan hills. That's Santa Maria della Servi. In the southern end of the city, and the botanical gardens are in here. No, they're not. They're in the other valley. My mistake. That's the arch from the cathedral. They're all taking pictures of us, we're taking pictures of them. That's the bell, which is just bombed for past, so we're safe for a bit. So this is the car show that's still going on, been up and down the tower. It's still rallying. A lot of cheering. Just in Piazza Mercato. Just had something to eat in the restaurant Pape over there. It's the Palazzo Pubblico. And we are heading back to the hotel, hoping that the stays warm and all the sun comes out and we can go for a swim. Might be a little optimistic, but we'll give it a go. So, not surprisingly, drag her out in their square, banging some drums. They're going on a parade, presumably. Right, I've come down to the pool. I'm going to go in the pool. It is very cold. Bear with me. Yeah, it's cold. That's what I can tell you. My legs are in the water. And to be honest, I think if I get to you, I'm going to consider that a massive achievement. And that might be as far as it goes. But it's going to happen. I can't say I'm looking forward to it. And it's raining. Did you ever do swimming at school where it was so cold that you had that moment where you just were like gasping for breath? Yeah, that's what's about to occur here. I'm going to have to turn this off because I cannot do this with one arm. No chance in hell. Right, I'm going in. Believe me or not, I have actually swum from there. It's cold. It's a lot colder than the air temperature. The air's about 22 and it's nippy. Here we go. Ooh, damn. One arm swimming. Hello. It's quite chilly. I've got to get used to it. It's cold though. It's probably about 15 degrees. Maybe a little less. It's probably 7 degrees colder than here. And as you can see, it's quite grey. That's the sensible thing to do. That's not what I'm doing. Okay. I'm going to do a bit of underwater swimming. It's going to be cold down there. Bear with me. I think I've got goosebumps already on my leg. Brain freeze. That's the best way of describing that experience. So I've just been for a walk around the grounds whilst Crystal's having a bit of a power nap. That's the view back into town. It's quite impressive. I can hear something going on somewhere. It must be the stadium. I can only imagine. We can go down to the Fonte Brada, have something to eat tonight. A nice little restaurant down there. Lemon trees. And people having a drink. It's a lovely evening. It was pouring with rain less than an hour ago. Look at it now. Beautiful. Perfect holiday weather. So we're coming down via Fonte Brada. Planning to have dinner in a restaurant along here very shortly, if we don't get run over first. It's the city up on the hill, that's where we've come down from. It's along here somewhere. That's all I really know. He's hoping it's just here, or maybe not too far. This looks like it might be a thing. That's San Domenico at night. Can you hear the Western music? So Drago are having a Western themed party at the bottom of that at Fonte Brada. And they're all in, they're dressed as cowboys. There's one man dressed as a cactus. Anyway, we're going up an escalator inside the walls, which is very surreal, to get higher up. There's and stairs, yeah. It's very narrow. This is Piazza Mercato, where there is genuinely a mercato going on. Lots of antiques, what have you. Old postcards, old paleo stuff, even Nazi memorabilia. Very peculiar, but some interesting stuff. And some blue cats. So today we got the bus into Porto Pismini, which is that way. In fact, you can see it. Come in a bit. There you go, that's the gate we came into. And then we walked round to Santa Maria delle Servi, which is there with a couple of mummies in it. We can't film in the church, unfortunately. And then we came back to that market I just showed you a moment ago, which is down in the Mercato, sorry, down there. And we're now, as you might imagine, on top of the arch by the cathedral. There's the cathedral. Here's the arch. It's a bit grey, but you can see a long way. Visibility's not bad. See all the way to the mountains. So bizarrely, you are actually allowed to film in the Duomo. You're just not allowed to use flash or tripods. God forbid if you use a tripod, it could ruin everything. Now above us right now, we can attempt to not fall over. It's a very impressive dome. There we go. There's lots of faces looking up, down at you from above. They are all popes past. And the whole building is stripy, obviously. Back in Due Porte. Let's have some lunch. Can smell rain outside. I'm going to go for a little wander. I've done a few museums and I've got a few more to go. Oh, it's raining. Lots of umbrellas. It's waterproof. So obviously, what do you do when it rains? Yeah, have an ice cream. Amazing. Anyway, I better put my hood up, check out what's going on in town. Campo is looking very wet. Some random tents set up there, I've no idea what for. This is the courtyard of San Francesco, also known as the University per Stranieri. The Central Library of Economics. There you go. That is San Francisco up there. It's still very wet at the moment. And this is the faculty entrance. That's almost my name. We're going down the escalator again. It's bizarre how many escalators there are running up and down the edges of the city walls to get you down into the valley. Just shows how lazy we've all become, myself included. I love a good escalator. So to get into a medieval city, you've got 3 interlocking escalators, obviously. It's finally stopped raining for the first time in a few hours. So we're going to get a bus. We could almost walk it, you know. No, we're not going to walk it. It will rain if we do. Yeah, there's only 2 buses left. One of them goes to where we need to go. So that's where we're going to get. Good morning. It is quite grey, as you can see. But it's kind of stopped raining mainly. So we're going to walk, well, I'm going to walk towards Siena, see what happens. The birds seem happy. So the sun's finally come out. All the umbrellas have gone. And we're going to go up Pellegrini, just as this cab is. So have a look out here. This is the Museo della Scala, and that is the Duomo. There we go. These are the bowels of the museum. Whoa, it's like a holy grail. It's quite dark. That's probably got someone's actual arm in it, I would imagine. They kind of like that sort of stuff. Whose arm is it, is the question. Santa Costanza and San Biagio. Well, they're not using them anymore, I guess. Where does that go? We've just been in Santa Maria della Notte. It's very dark down there. Even if I put the light on. I want to show you something though. Don't be spooked, okay? You ready? This is the view from restaurant Malborghetto. That's the valley. Hopefully that's where we're about to go. So this is the Orto di Pecci, which is the medieval gardens. We're essentially, well, there's the tower. We've just come down from where we were just eating into where they have all their allotments, where they're growing things over here, and then this big green area currently filled with children. This is how you get your goats back in the pen. So here it is, here's their little medieval reconstruction. I presume the scarecrows aren't particularly medieval. Good job. And this here is the city wall, because we are right at the edge of the city. This is the southern end. I'm just intrigued. Let's go and explore. See, the sun does come out, and then it's quite hot. On Via Malcontenti. Just come out of the oratorio in San Francesco, and the sky's gone really dark. Yeah. So wandering back, it's only like 3:45, but you get the feeling any moment it could be like crash. Not yet. Weather changes fast around here, so you can see the cathedral's now in some. That most of the city is. We're now going to head to the bus stop, because we've done rather a lot of walking, which has kind of turned into sort of moderate limping. So we're going to get a bus to the ice cream place. Yeah, that's how we roll on holiday. Welcome to the bus. We are going back into town. To eat, obviously, because it's about 7:30. We're currently the only people on this bus. But who knows, that can change. It's more of a chauffeur-driven large car really than anything else. Welcome to the back streets of Siena. It's only what, just gone 9, but there's not a lot open today, it being a Monday. So we ate a lot of very good value food, and now we're going for a wander.
There's the flower. There's always flower.
Morning. We're just wandering around whilst we're waiting for a bus. A bus to San Gimignano. Welcome to San Gimignano. You notice there that is the best ice cream in the world. I'm sure they've got a certificate to prove it. This is the main square. Lots of towers. That's the one we might go up. And there's some other towers. And here is the undisputed ice cream world champion. Obviously, the best in the world was not the champion. So, I'm sure that'll need testing later. You could do that. And this is the next square over, which is just full of towers. That's not a real person. Okay, little bronze statues. More towers. And then this is the Torre Grossa, which can go up all the way up there. Exciting. Lovely day up here. So we've just come down the stairs. That's quite steep. This bit isn't. You kind of come down here. There's kind of a nice view out there. There it is. And then you go down here. All the way down to there. It says try not to drop the iPhone. Just had some lunch in there. And we're heading off down the hill to go down on the wall, quite possibly. Lots of small dogs and lots of cyclists today who have, well, God knows why, but they've cycled up here in the heat, looking ridiculous. We're just outside the walls. Still a nice day. Lots of birdies. Nice view out the window from the Archaeological Museum. I can't show you what's behind me because it's forbidden by regulations and I will be arrested. Totally arrested. Did we get arrested? I don't think so. Well, we got back. We had a 2-minute lie down, and now this bus here, maybe not this one, a bus soon is going to be taking us back to Colle to have some dinner and hopefully bump into Massimo by pure coincidence. We'll see. Welcome to Colle. There's old Colle Valdelsa up on the hill, which is where we have to navigate to. It's kind of that way. It's a nice square. It's not super old. It's kind of 1800s old as opposed to like 12 and 1400s old. I am fussy about these kind of things. So we've walked up the hill to the top, down from the fountain down there. Which is nice. I mean, it's a beautiful view and the sun's out and what have you. If you come around, you'll see Old Collie. But what we failed to notice was there's a lift. Now I'm not entirely sure where it goes, but down is the only certainty. Can't really see, can you?
Not impressed.
That's totally a lift. Remember that. Doesn't close, I hope.
But it's okay going down.
Yeah, I know. Whoops. Hilarious. I'm just filming your square.
Filming my square.
Yeah, so we're still in Collie. So now we've got to get a bus back. I don't know why I'm whispering, everyone's awake. That's where we got to go. Maybe I'll wake up in a moment, but not yet. So that's the local school, evidently. And here is the local lift, which presumably deposits us somewhere useful. There it is, full of people. So that's how it just came down. And then you have to go out through the cave, obviously, with the calming music. Just wandering through the market, having done a lot of shopping for random clothing and scarves and all sorts. So last night was interesting. We failed to get a cab because the woman at the cab firm only had one cab and she didn't know where it was or how to get hold of him. And the little place in Collie that usually has people stay closes at 9. So we had to stay Chez Massimo. So this morning was very lazy, and now we're looking for souvenirs and bits. Pizza time. That is the Duomo there. And we are just having a break in between shopping. Well-earned pizza break. So we need t-shirt, shirts, tops, shops. I need to think where such a place may be. Okay. Welcome to the campo in the sun. And there's the Torre del Manica. Well, that's a good start. A bee just flew into my ear. He's gone again. I'm just walking into town. It's a lovely evening. The sun is in the sky, and we're going to go and have some dinner. So far we've bought a lot of tat today. I have a University of Siena hoodie and more full spot watch straps than any sane person ever has had, and a pocket watch clip-on cases, and a t-shirt with a ball on it for my brother, and 3 scarves. Is that it? Yeah, I think so. Okay. We still need to buy some typical local cuisines, and then I actually need to pack properly as opposed to just dump everything from a metre into my suitcase, and then it should work nicely. That's a problem for another day, i.e. tomorrow. So there's quite a breeze at the campo tonight. It's quite dark as well. You might just be able to make this out. There we go. And so there's not many people sitting around. It's just a bit too chilly. Welcome to a late night stroll through Via Camoglia. It's a bit dark, but you know, that's what happens at 10 o'clock. Just going past Istruche on the left and the cash point. So, last evening, there's the view. Back to the city. Time to hit the hay and then do some packing and more shopping in the morning. Last morning, that was a step. There we go, there's a nice heat haze. The mountains aren't as clear as they were a few days ago, but the sky is, and it's warm. It is warm. It's kind of how I remember it. Very hot. So it's very hot, and therefore all the people are sort of grouping towards the shade. A little bit of shade that the tower's providing. These gentlemen are inspecting a hole, along with the police. Obviously it takes the police to check the hole. Everything's donging, it's midday. The sun's gone in, so people are actually sitting out. Some people are lying out. So we've just been hanging out in the square by the bank, looking in the back of this dude's head. Yeah, Monte di Baschi. It's a bit of shade over there, you see. And now we're going to go and find something to eat as we slowly wander back. And we can chill in the hotel for a bit. On the grass. Yeah.
But not in the pool.
But not in the pool. Salimbeni. That's where it is. This is the ceiling back of the hotel. It's just quite impressive. Just thought I'd show it just before we leave. Just about to pack up, although we are packing up. There we go. Now we're just going to walk down the hill, down the escalator, Back to the station, buy some tickets, get on the train. We made it. I think I'm very much mistaken. There should be a train coming along there, honestly. Welcome to Pisa. Now, I think we're going to go down this road. Does that look like Via Santa Maria? Yeah, that's where we're going. This is obviously the river and whatnot and mountains. We're going to attempt to get to the Leaning Tower. But we're going off-piste, as we always do. It's quieter and more charming. See? Here we are in the Piazza del Miracoli. Miracle Square. And I can only imagine the reason it's called a miracle is because that tower's still standing. It looks quite ridiculous, doesn't it? But, you know, seems to be holding now that they've done a bit of corrective work. So you're supposed to keep off the grass, you can see that's working really well. So this is what's happening all around the square. See? Various people holding up the tower. Pointing at it. Yes, there's a tower. Well done, everyone. Brilliant. It's funny, if from the right angle you could get a photo of hundreds of people doing exactly that, but it's hard to get it right. I bet there's lots of enough photos. Right, so to lunch, dinner. What's the time? It's 6:30. Let's go and have some Tuscan dinner before we get on the plane. Yes, it is leaning. It's supposed to be. It's fine.